Yes, people, welcome back to BBK Sports. Thank you for joining us for stream. You all who checked out the DJB podcast here on BBK Sports, not yesterday, but the day before. Couldn't stream yesterday. Had some other requirements that took up more time than it should, and I can't. That's just certain hours that I can't stream. But big up to every single one of you who liked that stream, who checked that stream. DJB thoroughly appreciated your support and your viewership. Now, people, the international break is winding down. A lot's happened in the international break. The World Cup qualifiers are a big thing. Is anyone else excited about the World Cup? Not the qualifiers itself, but the actual World Cup that's going to be here in the United States. I'm ecstatic. The World Cup, being in the same country as the World Cup sometimes it's just it's a different experience. I was fortunate enough to be in Japan in 2002, Japan, Korea. Fortunate enough to be in Germany in 2006. The World Cup was there. 94 when it was here in the United States. I was mad young, so I couldn't really check out a whole bunch of it. But this time, oh yeah, I'm knee deep in it. Knee deep in it. So yeah, big up to every single one of you. But before we get into all the international fixtures and all that stuff, I have to big up a couple of people that's locked in already. The legend that is Kwaja. Hey Kwaja, make sure you tell us how your school thing is. Have you started school yet? I know you got accepted into that program, but you have to let us know. You have to keep us updated on your progress, my brother. Big up to Normski in the building and the legend that is AJ. All right. Normski, I think I should see Normski on the bruised banana tomorrow. Let me do this real quick, people. I have to do something for AJ. But I said I would. There we go. Yeah, should be doing that. Yeah, big up, people. Big up to Kwaja, big up to Normski, big up to AJ. I said he can't wait for the show. Oh man, too kind. You're far too kind, Kwaja. What a guy, man. Then there is AJ, folks. What Normski saying to me? Could be morning on your end, but bigger. Yeah, it is. It is 6:30. It's half six, like the Brits say. It is half 6 a.m. on my side, Normski. But work starts early, so the stream starts earlier. Yes, sir. Big up to Normski, the legend, LFC monster. Travel away to turf more. Make sure you tune in for the warm up with me and the Waffle Down on Friday, because we do our predictions. Our Jamaica national team by the topic today. Big up to the boys. 1 foot in the door. 1 foot in the door for the Reggae boys. As I said last year and the year before, the tournament has expanded to 48 teams. If they can't make this World Cup, just throw the whole federation away. Just throw the whole team away. I don't want to hear from them. But yeah, I plan to see every single Reggae Boys game, regardless of who they paired with. If they are paired with France, and I know it's going to be a battering, don't care. Do not care. Going to see every single game. Because I have not seen the Reggae Boys played in a World Cup. 98, it was in France, obviously. Man was young and broke and could not afford them type of trips. But now, it's here in these United States. Man's a little older and a little more financially stable. So, yep, going to see all of them. But big up to the Reggae Boys. Punched up Trinidad and Tobago last night. Punched up, Bermuda at the weekend, 4-0. Yeah, 1 foot in the door. Let's get this done and move on. There's the link to Normski, people. The legend that is Normski. Make sure we are getting Normski to 1,000 subs. The most criminal thing in YouTube content creation is that Normski is not on 1,000 subs. What are we doing, people? Big up to Gunner for life. Hope you are good, brother. Yeah, I hope you are good, bro. Tell us that you are well. Please tell us that you are well. Gunner for life, 82. Love for the love. Good win for Jamaica. Didn't see the game. Yeah, it was Trinidad scored a couple, but ruled out for offsides. Both of them. Yeah, we look decent. The ball goes forward a lot quicker now. I don't know if it's the level of the competition, but you can only play what's in front of you, like they say, and I'm here for it. And speaking of competition in front of you, At the weekend, Arsenal Football Club early kickoff. So we're talking about early kickoffs for you, man. That's 12:30, half 12. That will be 4:30 a.m. my time. That's the shit that I do for this football club, because I will not miss it. 4:30 kickoff. Wake up early. So you imagine when we wake up when we play early games at 12:30 kickoff, and I wake up at 4:30 just to watch us lose. Then my entire day is ruined. I just go back to sleep. You know. Big up to Quadra says the university situation is going good. I need to get my student ID card ASAP and get my new Oyster card ASAP. Hey man, you do what you got to do, young buck. You got nothing but space and opportunity for you in this world. But yeah, good luck to you. 26th World Cup final. Yep, it is at the Giant Stadium, MetLife Stadium, where my New York Giants play their NFL football matches. It's actually in New Jersey. The Meadowlands is actually in New Jersey, but that's where the New York Giants play, and the Jets. The New York football teams, NFL teams, actually play their football in New Jersey because in the city, New York City, when the city was being designed, sports wasn't a thing, so stadiums weren't actually built in the city. So, yeah, it's a little drive out there. Yep, the final. Pretty much every single game on the West Coast, I'll go to. I think Atlanta has a couple of games. I'll check out some of them. I probably won't do the Miami games. Florida in July. It's just too damn hot for me. But yeah, they'll. I got at least 10 games. When the actual schedule comes out, I'm gonna block off about 10 games that I will go to. Is what me and the boys are going to do. We're gonna get like one of those RVs, those recreational vehicles, and we're just gonna drive around the entire United States and tailgate, barbecue, and all that stuff while taking in some World Cup football. Gotta love it. McLaren is doing a good job since he's been in charge of Jamaica. Depending on who you ask, it splits opinion. The star players, like the Leon Baileys of the world, how he's treated them, have raised a couple of eyebrows. His playing and his utilization of Mikel Antonio in games past has caused controversy. He's had his fair share of blame. He hasn't been blameless for some of the losses that some of the L's we've taken in the Gold Cup and Copa America and stuff like that. But he's not doing terribly. He's actually doing better than Whitmore. So which is not saying a lot, but that was the bar and said, don't be worse. Kind of like when Amarim took over for Ten Hag and the bar, hey, don't be worse. The bar was never to go win the league. The bar is for McLaren has never been to go win the World Cup, go win this, go win that. It was just don't be worse than the last guy. Level out and build. Yeah. So Amarim didn't even do that. Man, it was even worse than Ten Hag. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, big up to you, bro. Hope you are. Appreciate you letting us that you are good. Yeah. I know what the Oyster card is, Kwaja. Frequent the UK, Like I am just back in these United States as of 2023. Prior to 2023 and earlier, Europe, the UK, it's been home. So yeah, big up to you still. McLaren's picked up the accent. Yeah, he tries to culturally ingratiate himself with the boys, which is cool. When you're coaching a bunch of young men, if you respect and accept the culture, they will work hard for you. And the Jamaican culture is pretty unique. So he accepts that and rolls with it. It's actually pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? No chance if I watch along this weekend then. I'll probably hop on someone's. It's not a matter of the time that I don't do the watch because I did do the last watch along I did. I'll be funny enough was a early kickoff. The Leicester versus Arsenal game, the game when Mikel Moreno, Moreno Dino popped onto the scene with those 2 late goals at Leicester. That was the last watch along that I actually did. And it was way early, and we actually won that game. But that was the last one I did. It was me, Views, and the Waffle Don, and Into the Box. But the watch-alongs for me, I'm just not ready for the internet to see me have a meltdown. Because you imagine we lose to Forest at home while I'm live on camera. Oh my days! You know, I feel your pain, man. That time to watch us play crap football. Yeah, I can't wake up that time, but I will. The fan in me will not let me sleep while I know Arsenal is playing football. Yep, it's been expanded to 48 teams, and it's been hosted by 3 countries. Now they say it's been hosted by 3 countries, but Mexico, I think Mexico get like 8 games. I think Canada gets like 8, and the bulk of the games are here in these United States. Big up to the assembled again. And like I said, people, I apologize for not being able to get to all the comments on Monday's show when DJB was here, but it's difficult. You know, I just have to let him flow because I don't normally get esteemed panelists and guests like man like DJB to come and tell us how he thinks the Arsenal season is going to go. Big up to the assemblers. Yeah, Morandino popped onto the screen, man. Easy win against Forest, 2 or 3. So he big up to Gunner for life still. So here's the thing, right? I went on when Saliba got injured, whenever it was. I did a stream with the Waffle Don and DWTT, Don't Waste the Trip. And the Waffle Don was kind of trying to be cautious. And I know what he's doing, right? He's trying to come off as the level-headed, Arsenal fan that's respecting Forest. I'm like, brother, no. We're not doing that. With all the disrespect, we should be beating Forest. Not with all due respect. That's Forest. Yeah, I know. Forest went to Liverpool and beat Liverpool last year at Anfield. Okay, yeah. And then the entire football world was in shock. Everyone was like, whoa, we didn't see coming. Like, because no one would have bet money that they would have beaten Forest. That Forest would have beaten Liverpool. So, if we can't beat Forest at this stage in our project, then pack it up. And it was never good in the first place. Like, I can't reconcile you being cautious or being scared of Forest coming to the Emirates, but you're upset that we lost to Liverpool. Okay, why were you upset? Because clearly you don't believe that the team is good anyway. Because I'm one of the few fans. I don't, matter of fact, I don't think I can count on 2 hands, the amount of people or content creators that I saw pick an Arsenal win at Anfield on August 31st. I did. I was on Shane's channel, the Bruised Bananas. Most people predicted a draw. Gianni predicted a loss. I predicted a 1-0 win. And I actually believed it. I actually believed we could beat Liverpool. Now, my prediction was based on Eze starting. So if I think we can go to Anfield and win, why the hell am I worried about Forest turning up to the Emirates? I'm not. And if you really believe that Forest will come to the Emirates and win, then obviously you don't think the team is good. Now I hear this shout, LFC Monster. I hear the new manager bounce thing, but they can bounce themselves to a goal, a constellation goal. They cannot bounce themselves to a win if we're being serious. And if Big Ange can have 1 training session, maybe 2, and bounce to a win over a manager who's been with his squad for 5 years, sackable. Letting him flow does not stop your hands. Or oh shit, the assembled onto me. No, I did put them up on the screen. I did put most of the comments, and I think I read a couple of your comments too, the assembled. So don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. The same not known Forest that lost 3-0 to West Ham United. Oh yeah, speak on it. Speak on it, Kwaja. Yeah, like bro, they lost to West Ham at home. No, I hear that a new manager, a new voice. Yes, I hear it. It is a thing. I will not ignore it. Right? Because we've seen it. But new manager bounce versus the most stable. This is the second longest tenured manager in the Premier League. Only Pep has been with his team longer. I'm not sure if we can beat eggs. Days. We can beat eggs, but we can beat Forest. We must. We absolutely must. because I know that these Liverpool man, they will beat Burnley. Not only will they beat Burnley, they will beat Burnley so convincingly that they will take off and start to rotate their squad at the hour mark. You will see Mo Salah come off. You know, you will see Verts gets a breather. You will see McAllister, is making his way back to full fitness, leave the pitch. Yeah, you will see that. But I'm not hearing this. Not number. Yeah, yes, yes. You reject them. You respect them as a Premier League side. I hear it. But anything other than 3 points against Nottingham Forest is a huge disappointment, and I'm not hearing anything other than that. And if we're nervous about Forest, your intentions and your chest for the Liverpool game wasn't real, wasn't genuine. And the following week against Man City, you should be watching that from behind the couch. Because Man City will be motivated for this. Well, we embarrassed them last year at the Emirates. We put 5 past them. Created controversy with Skelly doing Holland celebration. Embarrassed them. So they're coming for us. So we don't think we can be for us. Just mail it in. Let's tell the Premier League, hey, 1-1 consolation. We'll take a point right now. Let's not even play the game. You know? No manager bounce for Lua. And surely Gunner for life. Surely Ange can't take over in his first game, play a high line. So I'm expecting to see 2 banks of 5. I think Ange has learned from his time at Tottenham. He played a high line, almost got him relegated, lost 22 games. But in the final against Manchester United, he actually sat back after they scored and defended their lead and won them a Europa League. If Ange plays the high line, we might win 3 or 4. Yeah, but I don't think he could dare. I don't think he could be that reckless. Surely he couldn't be that reckless. Now, I hear the shout that Forest is dangerous on the counter. I hear it. But we've played teams that are good on the counter before and kept them quiet. I'm not hearing this. Should be cautious about Forest. Now, you respect them as a Premier League team, and it stops there. It's Forest at the Emirates. So AJ said we're on 9 likes. Yeah, big up people. We got 14 watching. We got 9 likes. I can vibe with that every day of the week. West Ham managed to do it though, and got that 1-0 win. Yeah, that's the thing. We've seen managers with tactical, a good tactical nous about them outdo Arteta. And West Ham, Jared Bowen scored early in the game, and we had a good 70, 80 minutes and couldn't break him down. But this team is supposed to be better than that team, right? That team that couldn't break down the West Ham team lacked creativity. This team doesn't. This team has Eze in it. This team has a striker. You know what I'm saying? Like, our creativity issues at Anfield was down to the manager's tactics. It wasn't down to the players. Because as soon as Eze came on the pitch, he showed us what he was on. You know, there were 2 attacking players on the pitch. It was Noni and Gyökeres. Everyone else on that pitch was a defensive first player, to include Martinelli, Moreno, Zubimendi, Rice, and our back 4. Last 3 seasons, we've beaten Forest 3 times: 5-0, 2-1, 3-0. Yeah, those are the facts. It's Forest, man. No disrespect to Forest. All the disrespect to Forest. Big up to Wolfie and the gang. But, it has to be a loss. We're at home, brother. We're at home. Yeah, just bringing your head nearer to the screen. Is my audio off? Is my audio off? Let me adjust my settings, if that's what the assemble is saying there. Okay, there we go. Big up to LFC Monster every time. Yeah, man, big up. Incoming. Man, we better. I'll be disappointed if we concede. I don't want us to concede to them. I want us to get back to shutting teams out, just like Kwaja just said. Ange hasn't got anything to lose, and he has to see what the players he has to work with and what they can do. It's probably the best time to play them. Yeah, it's all about however angry you're looking at this, right? As people are looking at it like, okay, it's Ange, the former Tottenham manager, working for Edu, the former Arsenal sporting director, who's going to be coaching Zinchenko. Well, Zinchenko can't even play, right? Because it's a loan. But you got Morgan Gibbs-White, Callum Hudson-Odoi. What other players? What other players that Nottingham Forest have that we could label a danger man? Not sure. And with that being said, I fully expect us to handle our business. AJ says, Taryn, I'm more excited for the ladies Friday night than the men on Saturday at 12:30. Yeah. I got that link. I still have that link. I will be will be tuned in to that one. For sure. Big up to the ladies. Maybe the ladies will give me something to smile about going into the weekend. For no reason, this manager's name will never be called or written. The Mickey taken out of him, his name will now be Dash. Oh my God. It's a long road for him, the assemble, because until he delivers some silverware, he will forever be that you written on the screen. Did you celebrate having most players in the English squad like Cecil did? Oh shit. This Cecil guy, he is just out here embarrassing, man. Nah, so who did we have in the England squad? We had what? Skelly, Deckers, Noni, I'm missing one, Eze. So yeah, that's 4. And Saka would have been there, would have been 5 had he been fit. I don't know what's the more embarrassing, LFC Monster. That celebrating that we have the most players in the England squad, or the way some people reacted to the Mikel Moreno hat trick. Like, I really had to tell them to sit down. Because now what happened was, men are coming back into the group chats after they already admitted that Arteta was cowardly, after they already admitted that the tactics was wrong. Not like we needed their admission to validate that the tactics was wrong, because we lost the game 1-0 to Liverpool. But after they did all that, because they love Mikel so much, they come back in the group chats now after Mikel Moreno scored a hat trick and said, "Oh, maybe starting him at Anfield wasn't a bad idea after all." And I'm like, what are you talking about? It was a terrible idea. Of course it was a terrible idea. We lost the game. Like, how is it? What the hell? Like, seriously, it was a terrible idea. We lost the game, and what this man did for what man does for Spain is completely irrelevant in what they do for Arsenal. Because Spain doesn't play a completely different system. They actually play attacking football, and it was Turkey. I don't think I saw one Barcelona fan celebrating Lamine Yamal's performance. And I seen a stat the other day that said Lamine Yamal has scored or assisted in the last 15 games for Spain, for country. But Mikel Moreno scores a hat-trick, and man is like, yo, Arteta was spot on at Anfield. No, you already admitted that the tactics were fucked. But they just have to go back and try to rewrite history. And speaking of rewriting history, a lot of them are trying to do that. Calling him a genius for playing him up front at Leicester, where we were down to our bare bones. It wasn't a tactical decision to throw him up. He had no one else. And I had to take a snapshot of the damn lineup that day, what we started and what we had on the bench. Moreno was the last available body. That front three that day was it was Sterling, Trossard, and I think I'm not sure if it was Saka on the right. I don't know if that was before or after Saka's injury. But then on the bench, Martinelli wasn't in the squad. Havertz was injured. He had no one else to throw up there. Maybe it was a genius master. No, he threw him up there and he scored 2 goals. And it worked, so he continued it. It was pure luck. Mikel Moreno was the emergency striker. When your primary, your alternate, your contingency is all out, you have no choice but to go to your emergency. Darren, what if we lose to Forest? Then what? Oh, shit. If we lose to Forest, Liverpool beat Burnley. We're on 6 points right now. Now we're 6 points behind Liverpool. Then we have Manchester City that could make us further fall behind. We could foreseeably see ourselves over the next 3 or 4 games 10 points behind Liverpool, and then then it's time to have a serious discussion, because it's not like we can depend on him to win us one of the cups. And does anyone here seriously think we can chase down Liverpool in a title race, being 10 points behind in September? I don't. I'll concede right now. And I know it might seem reactionary saying, "Oh, you're conceding the title race in September." Yes. If we're 10 points behind the champions, yes. Because historically, this team hasn't shown me that they can chase down anyone. And I don't expect them to chase down a Liverpool team. We can't be in match week 28, match week 30, watching Liverpool results, hoping they drop points away at Fulham. They just don't do that. They always find a way, don't they? So that's a great question, AJ. Then what? That's what we must. Anything other than 3 points? Dead. Chris Wood, Gabriel. I've seen you lock up Erling Haaland. Seen you lock up Mbappe. Seen you keep Mo Salah quiet. You have to, right? You have to. That's Chris Wood. With all due respect to Chris Wood. Forest bought like 9 players in the summer. I think they have a lot of gelling to do. Yeah. We so after I pointed out that these men lost to West Ham at home, and the Waffle Don was like, and it's one of those results. I'm like, okay, then we'll make him have another bad day. We will make them have another bad day at the Emirates. Big up to Godfrey in the building. Legend that you are. Gunner for life. Say, if we lose the Forest, Arteta should be sacked on the spot. But I hope that happens, but I'm not that lucky. I don't think he'll be sacked after that one. I think if he loses to Port Vale, I think AJ asked that question a couple of days ago, like, what happens if we lose to Port Vale? Then definitely, surely, he can't survive that. Mikel Moreno is the best midfielder in the world, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's what it is. Man, like, maybe Arteta was onto something at Anfield when no, he was not. We lost the game. Big up to Hendo Gunner in the building. The Assembly said more players playing international football is more chances they have opportunity to be injured. Facts. And I pointed this out to the Waffle Don on the Saliba injury show. When I said in the 2023-2024 season, Saliba played every single Premier League game, 38 games. And he played 50 games in all comps. A club. So he played over 60 games for country. Then he played the following season, the 2024-2025 season. He played 35 Premier League games and 51 games in all comps. So over 60 games again for club and country. So he was running the red line anyway, due for an injury. Now, fortunately, an ankle roll is not a muscular injury, but Saliba needed to rest. And this is the type of rest that I'm talking about when Liverpool go to Burnley on Sunday or Saturday. In the 60th minute, 70th minute, when they're up 3-0, they'll rotate and rest players. Especially Mo Salah, because he has AFCON later on in the year. Cook saying that Arteta unlocked Moreno. I swear that Prime Patrick was so funny. Why didn't he do it again at Anfield? And brother, see brother Hooks, right? The thing with Hooks, right? What now? Did Hooks say that on his own panel, or did he say that on Never a Foul? Big up to the Latvian Gooner in the building. The thing with brother Hooks, yeah, and big up to brother Hooks. When Hooks is on his own channel doing his solo streams, very level-headed, leans a little towards the positivity on the spectrum, but for the most part, very level-headed. But when he goes on to Never a Foul, or when he is on with a rival, man turns into prime Egal, brother. Man morphs into Igalo's prime and just be saying craziness, but yeah, Hooks, good dude. Because this thing is a big up to Latvian Guna. Me and Latvian Guna actually met on one of Hooks' streams, one of Hooks' calling shows many, many months ago. So big him up every single time. But that was crazy. So what is Arteta? Is he that much of a nice guy that he is unlocking his own players to perform for another team, but can't unlock him to play well for us? Because most Arsenal fans don't want Moreno nowhere near the midfield. Most Arsenal fans want him as the backup striker to Gyökeres. They don't want him nowhere near the midfield. I don't feel that way. Actually, I think he has something to offer in the midfield. Because when he finds himself in scoring position, he actually does well. Big up to Hendo, man. The usual suspects watching. Yeah, man. Big up to you every single time. This legend that is Godfrey from South Africa checking in. Hope you are well, Godfrey. Big you up. To be fair, we did win the league in November last season when looking back. Brother, I didn't go back that far, LFC Monster. I call it on December 8th. That's when I called it, December 8th, 2024. That's the weekend you didn't even play. That's the weekend when the match was canceled against Everton. And you know what we did that weekend as Arsenal Football Club? We went to Fulham and dropped points. Yep, give your fella sleep. Give your fella damn sleep. And I think it was Jimenez or Muniz, one of them scored. Yeah, that's when I called it. I was like, yeah, these men ain't serious. You are not serious. Had a chance to make a statement and did not make the statement. Just like they had a chance to make a statement this past Sunday and could not. It is a madness. The spin will be our players are injured or they haven't gelled yet. Injured during warm up. He's ahead of the curve with excuses. The excuse express. But even the top gooners say they're not accepting the excuses. I don't know who they're going to run these narratives with. Hendo Guna say Arsenal Forest 12:30 kickoff British Standard Time. First match after the international break. Not conducive to an entertaining match. Can't see this being a board draw. Hendo, we have to win that. We have to win that. Nani is in form, right? Top form for England. We have to win this. We have to set the tone for the weekend. Arsenal Football Club owes us this favor. After what they did to us at Anfield, they owe us this favor to be able to put our feet up for the rest of the weekend and watch the rivals crash out. Going into Sunday at the Manchester Derby when we're watching that, we got popcorn, soda, whatever it is that you drink or smoke, feet up, fully stress-free, watching them, man, punch each other up. All right? We have to. I'm not even getting I already put the 3 points next to Liverpool name on the team sheet in the table against Burnley. Because them Burnley men are lunatics. That man had all the a great opportunity to send Manchester United into the weekend in the international break with dropping points with a 2-2 and find a way to mess that up. But then again, that guy Richardson or whatever his name is, he probably saved Amarim's job. He probably kept Amarim in a job by giving Bruno that penalty. So maybe that was his plan all along, because they draw 2-2 to Burnley. I do believe that Amarim would have been sacked. There's the link for the Latvian Guna. Latvian Guna, he is a real one. Make sure that you are sub to that guy. On his own channel, he made a video all about it. Oh my God, brother Hooks, you have to do better, bro. Because that's the thing. We find ourselves having to answer for these crimes of these men. Around 12, 8 p.m. UK time is 12 for me. Yeah, I can free up an hour. But I have to head back to the office by 1. So yeah, man. You send me the link. I'll see if I can hop on. Big up to Latvian Gunner. I expect us to beat Forest comfortably. I do too. But somehow that comes off as disrespect. I don't think so. Yeah, I think we beat Forest. Now, if it's 1-1 at halftime, I'll be concerned but not worried. But if it's 1-1 in the 75th minute, if it's 0-0 in the 75th minute, shit. Then I know I'm going to get messages from men like the Waffle Don who's going to say, yo, what happened? I thought you said we'd beat these men comfortably. I'm like, brother, let me be abundantly clear. I do have chest for Forest at home when we're 5 years in and $1 billion spent. What are we doing? I don't think this is controversial at all. I don't think I'm having chest without reason to think it's Forest. It's not Liverpool turning up to the Emirates. And the fact that these games are back-to-back, how can I really sit here in front of you people, in front of you lovely men and women, big up to all the silent listeners, and say, I think we can beat Liverpool 1-0 away, and then come here and tell you that, oh, man, I'm concerned about Forest. Like, what are we doing? Nah. Call it. Yeah. Listen, brother. Man, we're going to win. We got super duper Mick. Now, gonna for life, we're gonna win because we have Evereachy Eze. Now, speaking of Eze, he must start, right? Like he must. There is no because even though the kickoff is 12:30, 4:30 my time, 4:30 a.m. my time, I'm actually gonna be up at 3 because now what Arteta has done with his craziness at Anfield has further traumatized us with the damn lineup announcement. You remember all the hoopla that was around the lineup for the Villarreal game, not the Villarreal game, the Atletico Bilbao game. We were, is Gyökeres going to start? Is Gyökeres going to start? Because we knew if Gyökeres didn't start against Bilbao, he would not have started against Man United away. So we were all sitting around like waiting, like, yo, Mikel, please start Gyökeres. And there was more hoopla around the Liverpool game. We're wondering, was Eze going to start? Was Eze going to start? Because we had just signed and announced him the previous week against Leeds. So now in match week 4, there's more hoopla around the lineup because surely he can't do this defensive formation at home against Forest. Eze is a must start. Must start. So I'm going to be up at 3:30 a.m. or prior to that, looking at the lineup, saying, okay, Eze must be on the pitch. Now, obviously, I prefer Eze in the 10. But if I have to kick Martinelli out the squad to play Eze wide left, whatever, so be it. But Eze must be on the pitch. Because I do believe we will see 2 banks of 5 with Ange, whether Ange is on the sideline or he's up in the seats. You know? I'm not hearing it. Can't see Ange setting up with a low block like he did against Spurs. But yeah. I mentioned this earlier, Endo, before you popped in. Like, I think he has learned from his days at Tottenham because he played the way he played and almost got that man relegated. The mob can't say anything and the fan base will accept it. In fact, as an apology, here's a new jacket. It will cost 200. There. You know, it makes sense. Yeah. I think I have the over under for merch this year 13. I think it will be right around 13 different merch announcements this year for Arsenal Football Club. I've heard some people go as high as they say 17. I'm like, shit, if they do that, because they must win something for me to buy the merch. You know, I have about 3 drawers in my dresser filled with Arsenal kits, and I can't wait to put them on. I don't want to be streaming in my Warren Officer gear, you know, every day. But like, damn, people actually message me like, damn, BBK, you don't have any clothes? You streaming the same shit every single time. But it's not. I got like a million of these Eagle Rising sweaters because it's the Warren Officer emblem. Yeah, it's the logo. It's our crest. This is my coaster. See everything. It's on my license plates, my key ring. You know, Warren Officer stuff and Arsenal stuff. But this stuff I'm actually proud of. Right? I can't be proud of my football club right now. Not the way they move. So, and the last time I actually wore a kit, it was the kit that we won the FA Cup in. Maybe I'll start wearing that one because it actually reminds me of a trophy. That was 5 years ago. Still, Gunner for life. Eze will be on the bunch. He ain't dropping Odegaard. He can't do this. He cannot do this. Okay, Gunner for life and the chat. All 16 of you locked in. Big up to every single one of you. What Premier League team doesn't Eze start for? Serious question. Because I think Eze starts for most teams. First free kick, yeah, it was it was sublime, bro. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. That was perfect distance from the goal, perfect over, perfect under dip pop. Yeah, it was brilliant. That was like a pass. You just passed that into the net. But serious question. What team does Eze not start for in the Premier League? I think Eze starts for most teams in the Prem. I legitimately think I can make an argument if I went through team number 1. If I was on TikTok, you know those TikTok wheels that here are all the teams that Eze starts for, and I could go through it from 1 to 20, and I can make a case that he starts for every single team. So when Gunner for Life says that he ain't dropping Odegaard, and I hear it, but Eze starts for most Premier League teams. But he's not good enough to start for Arsenal in the sake of Odegaard. And this is what I'm saying, Gunner, for like when I say this damn football club is a cold case that needs a new set of eyes, a new detective to unlock it. Because a new manager comes in, has no emotional attachment to Odegaard. None. And Eze is a better footballer than most of our creative players. I do not. If he does, if Eze is on the bench, then all of a sudden, I don't think we win as convincingly if we even win at all. Chris Welsh, big up to you, my bro. Hope you are well. I am good and well, sir. It's been a fantastic Wednesday morning so far here in these United States. Big you up. Hope you are good. Odegaard, you. Big up to Nems FC, Nems AFC. I hope you are well, bro. Tell us that you are as well. If you don't, tell us what it is. Maybe we can help you out. But big you up every single time. He got a new haircut. So did he cut it so he can do more flicks? You will beat Forest 3-1. Did I say 1-1? Nuno was sacked now. Ange is there. Forest be more open. You think they're going to open up already, Chris? Oh. With Nuno there, I still think we would have won this game comfortably. It's funny how Tuchel has gone quiet after last night. My manager, I love it. Oh, you like Tuchel, tactical Tommy. The team looks good. The team looks good so far. I'm not a supporter of England national team. I carry the Reggae Boys all the way at the national level. But England looks good. It was a brilliant free kick, LFC monster. Tuchel said he wants England to play more like Arsenal. He is tapped. Like Tuchel's, because I like Tuchel that he's adaptable. Because Tuchel wasn't always three at the back type guy. He did that at Chelsea because he was playing to the strength of his team, right? He played three at the back with wing backs, and you have N'Golo Kante in the middle. He knew that team would be very difficult to beat, especially in the cups. And they ran all the way to a Champions League with it. But now he's playing a flat back four when he has more talent to pick from. I think he will be all right. I think Tommy will do something. Not that everyone is rooting for him to win because he's German. And the home of football can't find a coach, of their own nationality. They have to go hire a German to lead them to World Cup glory. Is a crazy irony in and of itself. The front three has to be Eze, Gyökeres, Madueke. Yeah, I think that wins us. I think that wins us the game because now it takes a little bit of the creativity burden off of Odegaard. Because I've seen Odegaard being marked out of games. You can mark Odegaard out of a football match many, many times. Actually, too often I've seen him been marked out of games to the point where I'm like, bro. When he gets marked out of game, everyone on that right side looks completely ineffective. Eze 100% stuff with every other team if they don't have Arteta. Facts. So this you cannot do this, Arteta. You cannot have one of the best creative players in the world and you're not starting him in the name of Martinelli or Odegaard. That is sackable. That is criminal. Because there's talk around your name, Blunderman, that you can't coach an out-and-out striker. And that has grown legs over the years. Now, I'm to the point where I'm thinking like maybe this guy, that's not the striker that he can't coach. He can't coach an out-and-out 10. And he got rid of Ozil. And he didn't play Smith Rowe as an out-and-out 10. He played him out wide left. And now we're seeing like this will happen. I think this was the most likely course of action that he'll choose. Put one of the best creative 10s on his left wing. Because he has made his left-sided 8 or a guy who's really an 8 his captain and his number 10. That's why he brought them on together, at Anfield. Is if he brought on Eze first or just Eze and didn't play Odegaard, Eze would have occupied that central space. That's just what he naturally does. Godfrey bigging up Nems. Big up Nems, man. Will Eze play in an over physical game that needs an extra DM instead of a 10? The fans will be so dissatisfied they'll ask for Odegaard now. So the thing is, right, if he starts, if Eze is on the bench, right, the fans who are watching on TV, international fans, the mercy of Arteta. But those damn fans in the stadium, if we are losing, and this is only if we're losing, if he doesn't start Eze and we're winning, okay, whatever. My 3 points is important than Eze's minutes, right? But I do think Eze gives us a better chance of getting 3 points. But if we're not winning the game and Eze is on the bench, then it's the responsibility of those 55,000 home fans to start chanting, "We want Eze." You have to let your voice be heard. You have to. You stand up, you clap. It's not like you're calling for someone to be subbed out. Whoever's coming out of the game, you clap them off the pitch. But if 50, 60,000 of you, I said 55 because I know they give up a lot of damn seats to those away fans. But they must stand up and chant, "We want Eze. We want Eze." You have to. Big up to my brother, the Waffle Don in the building. Big up to Jagans. Yeah, I said, brother. Big up. But there is no way we can be losing this match or not winning. If it's 0-0 past an hour, danger time. And the fans must chant, "We want Eze," if he's not on the pitch. But he has to start. Left wing away, he should be playing as a 10. Yeah, bro. At this point, we're doing consolation, right? We're bargaining to the point where we know that Eze should be starting. We know he should be. But we're bargaining because we know the Arteta tax is real. And we're bargaining saying, okay, I know he's not going to be playing in the 10, but he's better than we got at left wing. So starting, even though he's not a left winger, that's bargaining. Well, it's better than nothing. That's bargaining. He's better than Martinelli. So start him. Duh. That's bargaining. But he needs to be on the pitch. Because my prediction changed to a 1-1 when I saw the lineup at Anfield. I still didn't predict an Arsenal loss. And in the 82nd minute, it was 0-0. Arteta got his wish. He was playing for a draw. And decided, okay, if I'm going to stink it out for 70 minutes, 70, because that's when Eze came on, 7-0. I'm going to stink it out for 7 minutes, then I'm going to chuck on Eze that he can do us something. You know? So, brother, facts, I totally agree with you. Yeah, man, I don't think I'm being too irrational. You know? Yeah, man. I am good, Nems, man. I have no complaints, man. Big up to you, brother. Odegaard, against these teams, you should be dropping Zubimendi and playing Odegaard in the 8. I hear that shot, Chris. Play Eze in the 10. Play matchweek and Monday. Yeah, brother. So if we do this and we don't see good football, then maybe something else is wrong. Especially a team that plays out from the back, right? The point of playing out from the back is so you can get your wingers isolated with fullbacks. Because if not, you can just hoof the ball forward. Just hoof it. Just hoof it long, risk losing it, right? And even we do have a striker that's strong. He can hold the ball up. So why are we taking the risk and the danger and playing out from the back just to get Martinelli to do what? Dribble the ball out for a goal kick. Yeah, this is a wicked lineup. Progressive passes. You won't see as many back passes with this formation as you would with the 3 DMs and Martinelli. Would you be happy with Eze on the left? Because I won't be happy. I wouldn't. But I'm happier, and this is the bargaining that I just talked about. Those spaces that I see Martinelli find himself in, I'd prefer Eze in those spaces. Because I do think if Eze find themselves in those spaces, Szoboszlai reacts differently to Eze than he does to Martinelli. Yeah? You see Martinelli with the ball, you're pretty confident you can take it off of him. You're not as confident when you got Eze running at you. Because one, you're terrified that he's going to turn you into a highlight reel, or you're going to have to foul him in a dangerous area. Right? And once he gets across the line, then all of a sudden you can't touch him, right? Because he's in the box. Are you not optimistic Odegaard on the ball, going the ball out now that he has a tip-top hairdo? Now I got to see this haircut. I got to see this damn haircut that you men are talking about. Jesus Christ. The latest pictures don't even show it, but oh my God. I want to see Odegaard's latest goal. Yeah, man. All good, Nims. Oh, no. The hair flicks are gone. Man. So do I like Gio Reyna? Is he still at Dortmund? I used to watch him at Dortmund when I was in Germany. I think he had very good potential. You know, uh, his dad was a pretty good player for the national team. I think he has talent. I think he suits that Bundesliga. I don't think he would do well in the Premier League, but yeah, I don't think he is nowhere near like the top attacking players in the world conversation. But he's a decent squad player. Yeah, two over South Clown, South Fraud all day long. One is the winner. The one is the winner. The other isn't. South Clown is a four-leaf clover boy who had the luck of the draw in 4 tournaments. Hey, Chris is making it clear how he feels about Gareth. England have 11 defeats in 126 games in World Cup qualifying. Germany have 4 defeats over 100 games. Wow, that's a real stat. Yeah, with the big boys, we just saw Norway beat Malta 11-0 in it. Was it 11-0? I know Holland scored 5 goals. So if the level of competition in some of these qualifiers is alarming. Man. Yeah, big up Smith Rowe, but he wasn't not 10. And if Arteta didn't play him there. So there might be a thing. It's not the striker that Arteta can't coach. It's a really out and out 10. No Ozil, no Smith Rowe, now Eze won't start for us. I'm not hearing it. Oh man. You can always catch it on the washback. Waffle Don. Big up to you, my brother. We got 26 locked in people. Make sure that we are hitting the likes. Greatly appreciated. Big up to Darren. Big up to I know Curtis Shaw was on earlier. I know most of you though. I was over there watching the big dog. The big dog that is Big C. So I appreciate you taking time out after consuming so much. Curtis Shaw to come big up BBK Sports. Love and respect every single time. Just like Jagans just said. I would take Barcola. Yeah, I'll take him. Watched him yesterday against France. Yeah, Barcola is a baller, man. He's an absolute baller. I'd have him in a heartbeat. Now, I'd be comfortable. Right? So there's no Rodrigo because Rodrigo, man, rather rot on the bench at Real Madrid than come to Arsenal. Okay, cool, bro. Stay there. Because I've always said, yeah, Real Madrid is the biggest club in the world, but football is bigger than Real Madrid. And if you want to play World Cup football, bro, you best play some minutes this year because Carlo will not. Carlo has actually said the words, if you don't come to us in full match shape, I won't get picked. And you're not going to get picked deputizing Vinicius and Mbappe at Madrid. But in the case of Saka, Madueke, whoever, Barcola on the other wing and Eze in the 10, I think we'll create abundance of chances for Gyökeres to score. Because now, I predicted Gyökeres to score 18 to 22 goals based on Eze being in the squad. If Eze is going to be out wide or he's going to be, in and out of the lineup, then all of a sudden, I'm not sure. That might be 15 to 18 goals. And I'm not sure that wins us the league. I really don't. Man, big up AJ. I see you, bro. I see your comment, man. Big up to you every single time. Big up to Darren Martin in the building. On like big dog Darren Martin. Let the people let me know all the badness coming, brother. Big up to you. Big up to Nems again. We need the burger Arteta so to do ADSA and come back with the burger buns. Hit the like and sub to BBK Sports, said Gunner for Life. You heard the man, people. You heard the man. Now, get to a couple more of the comments. In the last 4 tournaments, Southgate got knocked out in all 4 games. England scored, then sat back. 2018 Euros, yeah, I remember that one. The Euros final pissed me off so fucking much. Opportunities, yeah, he did miss some opportunities. Yeah, definitely. He's still there. Okay, yeah, that's where I thought he was. But yeah, decent player. I think he's like a Reece Nelson type player. You give him a run of games, he can give you flashes of brilliance, but will also give you some dead performances too. Now, a point of contention, right? We talked about was Ethan Onieri. That and big up to Catch from the Catch Up. Had this discussion with him about Ethan's minutes this season, and I told him like, bro, Ethan is not going to play as many minutes as you think. I think Ethan's minutes will actually decrease this season. For the reason of Eze emerging, Eze, popping onto the scene, Eze signing, Max Diamond's emergence, and for what Tony said about Odegaard. Odegaard is going to play most games. He is not dropping his captain, right? And then I had to go back and do some research and look at just Not just the amount of minutes that Ethan's played, but the circumstances around him being on the pitch. And then not all, but most of the times when Ethan actually played minutes for Arsenal is due to someone being injured. Just like the 23 minutes that he got this year and all the matches played, he only came on because Odegaard was injured. He was never being planned to play. And with all the injuries that we had last year and with Odegaard's poor form, he still only mustered up 889 minutes, less than 10 games. So I'm actually worried about Ethan's development because you don't get better at football by not playing it, right? And I'm not going to lie, Max does look brilliant. Max looks fantastic. You just heard me say about 20 minutes ago that Eze starts for most Premier League teams, if not all. Big up the Static in the building. Big up the Jam Boy. Hope you are well, sir. Big up to my brother Views. One Views. Make sure that you are subscribing to Views and Views. And at what? Is that 7 p.m. tonight? At 7 p.m. tonight, make sure that you are over by Views because he has the Guna Encyclopedia. That is the Jezza on the channel for an Under the Lens. And Views, make sure that you get DJB on there too, man. I don't know if you did a Under the Lens of DJB and I missed it. If I did, I apologize, bro. But you must get that damn DJB on for a Under the Lens. Big up the Jam Boy. Hope you are well, my bro. Big up the Sabi Pinky royalty in these spaces. The winner of the first BBK Sports giveaway. Glad you checking back in. Let us know that you are well. Please let us know that you are. Kwaja said Ezli on the left and Wary in the 10 would help. Yeah, and then you will see some interchange. Because ballers, attacking footballers know how to attack space. I want Odegaard dropped. Odegaard is a squad player at best. Yeah, and the thing is, I think someone said it in the chat before. Like Arsenal Football Club is the only team. It's the only team in like world football that they can name 3 other players who are better in that position than the captain. Right? Because when Vieira was our captain, you couldn't name 3 DMs in the league that was better than him. When Tony was our captain, you couldn't name 5 center backs in the world that were better than him. So how were we meant to name 3 attacking players in our own team that's better than our captain, in Eze, in Ethan, and in Max? That is criminal. Like, he must step his game up. And I want him to, because if Odegaard raises his game, it actually helps the squad. We'll destroy teams. But I am worried about Ethan. I'm not going to lie, Gunner for life. I'm worried about his development. Big up to my brother Views. Big up to Static in the building. Absolute legend Static, man. One of the hardest working mods on YouTube. Big up to Static every single time. A grand total of 800. It's criminal Static. So here's the thing. When Top Gooners say this, they say he played 32 games. Okay. 32 games is the fancy way of saying he played 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there, 40 minutes there. Now, if you look back at how many games he started, I think he only started like 3-4 games. One of them was Leicester away. That same game that Moreno supposedly became a striker. But what they won't tell you, what they will conveniently omit, is that we were 7-1 up on aggregate playing at home against PSV, and Ethan didn't touch the pitch at all. At all. Sterling got minutes that game. The boy did not touch pitch. We were 5-1 up at aggregate at the Bernabeu, and Ethan didn't touch pitch. Those are the moments where I believe are missed opportunities for Mikel to actually get the trust of these players. These same players that he's asking to run through a brick wall for him. These same players that he's asking to stay ready, to stay sharp. We will need you. You will play a crucial part in our title running. No, they don't trust him. If I'm a player and I'm sitting there like, bro, 7-1 on aggregate, we're at home. Like, the game is won in the first leg and you can't give me any minutes? Like, what are we doing? Big up to Nick. Big up to Nick Fadley. Hope you are good, bro. Yeah, I know he's at Borussia now. So big him up, man. I don't think he's in the top winger of the world conversations, pretty much what I'm saying. Yeah, brother, you got it. The Jezza. It's 5 p.m. Okay, good. Yeah. I get my times mixed up because I'm on the West Coast. When I hit the notification, it says 11 a.m. my time, and I'm 8 hours behind you, man. But I have to catch that. Ethan's time will come on Friday Sack at some point this season. Yeah, Ethan, like this, we can't. He has to. He has another level to go that we must see in a red and white shirt. Like I don't want to see Ethan go on loan and bang for no one else. The boy spent the entire year last year proving that he belonged in this Premier League with the big boys. So he must. And I hope you are right. Yeah. Would you start as the under 10? Yeah, I would. That's what he does his best work. I do. The way his ability to get by his man. So when we're facing the low block, which has been our Achilles, which has been our kryptonite, Eze has this ability to get by his man with ease. Odegaard gives you nice little nicky passes, this and that, and a lot of back passes and shit like that. But Eze, in 2 banks of 5, breaks the lines with his dribbling ability. He drops his shoulder and he will get by whoever is in front of him. And when you do that to a defensive front, it's a great piece of move, right? Because what it does is it forces your defenders to have to cheat and vacate some space. And that's what I want. You want someone to vacate space for Gyökeres to run into. Or you stay with Gyökeres and it frees up space for Eze to run into. And Eze runs into those central locations looking at your goal from 25 yards out. He is having a go. He will shoot the ball. What do we complain about most about Odegaard? He does not shoot. He does not shoot. Shoot the damn ball. He doesn't shoot. We don't have that problem with Eze. Eze, just go back to the Emirates last year. He scored the goal he scored against us from that corner. That was a banger. When have we seen Odegaard score a goal like that for us? Everyone in the stadium is yelling, shoot. Everyone around the world who's an Arsenal fan will be getting those spaces when Odegaard gets on the ball. Shoot. Wants to dink it over the top for Ben White. Want to play soccer through. And I've played with footballers like that. You have some man who will legitimately get more joy out of setting up a goal than scoring. And big up to them. They want to set up their teammates, but brother, this is the professional level. This is the highest level of football. People will play to your weakness and expose them. Like, you think we're the only ones who know that Odegaard doesn't shoot? There's a scouting report that every team gets, and the scout will read Odegaard, very good with the ball at his feet, but very reluctant to shoot. So if you know he's reluctant to shoot, what do? You stay with the runner. You cut off the passing lane to Saka and Ben White or Timber. The scouting report on Odegaard will also say, rarely passes to the left, always passes to the right. So you trust your scouting and you trust your eyes, because in the heat of the game, you are not going to forget your instincts. Just see Martinelli. Instinctively looks down. In the heat of the moment. Now in practice, he might show something different when he knows his training, and he'll hold his head up and glide through and do some pretty things. But in the heat of the game, you will always default to your instincts. And his instincts look down. Odegaard's instincts, pass to Saka, pass to Ben White, pass to Timber, or a back pass, or take an extra touch. That's what he does. I would love him in that 10. He would cook, man. Because the only people that the only people who doesn't like Eze in the 10 are opposition players, the team he's facing, and Arteta. He's a problem for anyone. Aguna Matata, yo, real ones, long time. It has been a long time, my brother. Welcome back. Hope that you are well. Do we seriously need 2 DMs against a low block? Nope, we do not. Great point. I think I've said this a couple of times. Yeah, I've said I want us to go into certain games where we're able to sit Declan Rice or sit Zubimendi and still feel the strong team. This would be one of those games where you only need 1 DM. And you go attack them, because we will have damn near 70% possession of this football. Big up to Storm Steel. Say big up Tyron in the community. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Storm every single time. Would you take Rafael Leao? Ooh, I would. The thing with Leao is that when he's on, that brother is on. but I've seen him put in some stinkers and some lazy performances. I don't think he's a Arteta type player, which that means I should want him by default, right? I should like this bro. He's not the type of baller that Arteta likes. But the thing I like about Leao is you're not gonna get a whole bunch of back passes when the ball reaches out to him, especially the way we play. When you build out from the back and you get isolated with a winger or with a fullback, you know what's happening. So yeah, I would take Leao, and that is a unit too. It's a big lad. Big up to Dr. Seymour Butts, journeyman proctologist. Big up to you, bro. Hope you are well. What you saying to us? I only have 3 more pounds left to lose to hit the target weight. 55 pounds in 7 months. Haven't weighed this much since finished uni. Oh, come on, my brother. Hey, man, where is it? Where is my damn applause? There we go, man. Big up to you, Doc. Congrats on your journey, man. Keep walking. Not literally, but figuratively. Keep walking on your journey, man. That is fantastic. Big up to you, bro. Can England keep our boys fit to win? I tell you what, I hope England keep our Arsenal boys fit. That's my only ask in this international break. All the boys come back fit. Come back fit. Do not pick up any injuries while you're about playing for your country. Big up to you, man. We got congrats, man. That is massive work, Dr. Seymour Butts. Nothing but love for you, bro. That is mad. Fans still shocking team good manager out. As I see him myself, my love is set up my teammates, but I will shoot that goal when given the chance. Keep my opponent, and that's it. But he's become predictable, and instinctively it's what it is. You will always trust your instinct. Because if you were a defender playing against Roberto Carlos, right? You know that guy was going to shoot. They talk about rockets on these modern players. That guy left foot was a real rocket. So he got the ball anywhere near 25 yards in, even 30. When he caught back to shoot, most defenders flew in. And most of the times he didn't. He would just cut, dribble pass. But that's because they knew he would have a go. Just watch when Odegaard gets the ball and watch how the defenders react to him. They know that it's a pass. And the final game of the season, we go to Anfield last year, or the second to last game. We went to Anfield last year. What happens? We're down 2-0. Martinelli scores, gets us back in the game. He shoots. The best goalkeeper in the world, Alisson, can't handle it. Mikel Moreno scores the equalizer. Shoot the ball. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Like that. That was just phase 1. Phase 2 is now muscle definition and dropping body fat percentage. Hey man, Dr. Seymour Butts, are you doing vlogs? Are you documenting this journey? It would be a good story, I know you tell us, but we appreciate it. But yeah, if you're doing vlogs, man, let us know, because I'm subscribed. But I keep up with your journey, my bro. AJ, not bad. Very back soon. Talking them facts to the point of getting off YouTube. Big up to you all. Big up to you, Aguna Matata. We won't always agree, but it's all good. Storm, bigging up Dr. Seymour Butts. Big up to Boy 10. So which game do we think Arteta is going to play Havertz in midfield? I don't even want to talk about Havertz playing right now. I don't want to see Havertz nowhere near the pitch in 2025. As much as I malign Havertz, I don't even blame him. He can't pick himself. And, I want to see Gyökeres starting for us right now. Hey man, big up to you, bro. Yeah, when does Havertz even due back? Yeah, he's out for at least 2-3 months. But what I'm also hearing, and I know you, man, are hearing it as well, that Saka's back in training. Have you, man, heard that? I'm hearing Saka's back in training. Like, what are we doing? What the hell are we doing? Saka back in training. Fuck. When you feel it, go for goal. Zero given. That's a killer instinct. It cannot be taught. Yeah. You can't be the nice guy thing, man. You have to be an asshole. You have to be a dickhead. Sometimes be selfish. We see what being a nice guy gets Gehi. You see being a dickhead gets Isak and then Wissa. You down tools, you get your move. You do the right thing at Palace, you get to stay at Palace. What happened in the transfer window was a classic example of nice guys finish last. Because everyone, all the pundits, this guy's so professional, this guy, yep. And everyone else that was downing tools and being a dickhead get to kick Champions League football this year. Get he's in Conference League. Yeah, well done to Dr. Seymour Butts. But with Arteta, he can take it away. That's facts. If it's been drilled into you, if it's been drilled into you in training every day, it's a tough one to get over. It's a mad one. BBK, this just to be on the team to win again. People on YouTube doing this just talking for years. BBK just to be on YouTube to win again. People on YouTube. I don't know. I may have missed it. I feel the same way about Havertz. Yeah, let him rest, man. Don't rush him back. Right? We talk about the depth that we have. Right? I think Jesus is due back soon. I think Jesus is due back before Havertz. And I think Jesus with the ball of his feet, when he doesn't have to play a whole bunch of minutes, can be useful to this team. And with the money that he is on, I didn't want to see us loan him out and still have to pay most of his wages. That wouldn't be, that wouldn't be a good look. Saka is in training, no idea why. Yeah, brother. Just let Nani do Nani things. Because Nani's been looking good for England, and he was one of the actual bright sparks against Liverpool. Aguna Matata, what can use the name, bro? That's how you trust the process. Hold that for Arteta. All YouTubers over 40K and on just talk if they think everything is bad with no problem solvers. But some of the solutions, Aguna, are clear, right? Some of them are layups, like open goals, like a simple one, like play players in their best positions, right? One of the solutions is Eze is a better attacking option than Moreno. So why would you opt to use Moreno in a creative space when you have one of the best creators that starts for every Premier League team on your bench? As you give your best. Most of us agree that Alex Ferguson is the GOAT of all managers, right? He knows a thing or two. Man said, "Hey, you play your best players. Play your best players." It's not like Eze was on burnout. Man should have. He had the perfect opportunity to endear himself with the Arsenal faithful, because I really think he would have cooked at Anfield. I never did a vlog, but personally should have, though my exercise and consumption was well documented. Okay, hey man, got you. Well, the journey is still ongoing, man. So I'm pretty sure you have some picks. You can put some shit together. I'd love to watch it, is what I'm saying. Big up to G Will. Say, I honestly feel if Arteta would allow Odegaard to feed them to play across the final third, we would be scoring 3 to 4 goals per game. Even more if Eze is given said freedom. Facts. Yeah, I want our attack to be so dynamic that teams cannot do the predictable defenses against us. When the ball moves quickly, boom, bang, bang. You can't double up on Eze because you have this guy running. Can't hear it, man. Have you had BitLong, BBK? I don't know. Bitcoin? I don't know what BitLong is. Big up to Dr. Seymour Butts. Say, what do you make of Odegaard's comments responding to Tony Adams? I always grew up with, if it doesn't bother you, don't respond. Man, it's hurting. I know it. He hears it. But if a captain, if someone who has done the job that you're in is saying something about you that's not flattering, as a competitor, that should motivate you, like if we've ever listened to Michael Jordan, listen to some of Michael Jordan's stories. Yeah. Michael Jordan became Michael Jordan because a coach picked another guy over him, and he knows he was better than the guy. Forgot the guy's name. But Michael, he set out on a crusade to prove the coach wrong and became the greatest basketball player we've ever seen. I can picture as a player listening to Lemons and Light Bulbs. I wouldn't want to play with this clown. Oh my days. Unless BBK been hiding, that's a vegan or something. Nah, I'm not a vegan, bro. I cook, bro. I made some damn banging ass jerk chicken last night, man. I made some jerk chicken and some steamed red snapper last night. I'm a pretty good chef, I chef, I DJ. I used to do catering. When I was in Germany, people who wasn't exposed to Jamaican food, we do like potlucks. All of a sudden, they would ask me to cater for their private parties and stuff like that. Man, no vegan thing, brother. No, sir. We consume good food, man. What Big Tone was said was facts, and he came out and disrespected my captain, my Arsenal. So the thing is, it's not like Tony said this unprovoked. He was asked a question, and he said what he said. I just think that they're fed up with Arteta, right? And they're fed up with all of Arteta's antics. Yeah, so he's been given 5 years. I've been the captain of this football club. I have captained this football club to glory. I know what it's like, and I'm looking and I don't see it. Now, the message was harsh, but it's necessary, And if he said that publicly, privately, that's probably said worse. The team is bad boys, easy win title, but Arteta will do it with playing who and what we need. It's a full, yeah, okay, I got you. No, I've never had it. I'll check it out, man. I'll check it out. I'm a foodie, I will check that out. No doubt. I'm hooked on this Wagyu. Oh, okay. That shit should be illegal. It's like crack, but even better. Now I gotta check it out. Big up to Worry. Big up to you, bro. Hope you're well. I gotta check that out. Good number Tata say, give me Zizou. I hear it, man. I hear it. He was ruthless, yeah, on and off the court. Only because a coach tell him, hey, you weren't good enough. To all Gooners, take care, much love, and stay safe. Have a good day, my brother. Big up to you every single time. That jam chicken and steam. Yeah, that's what I did last night, man. I don't know. For some reason, last night I just feel like cooking. I don't normally cook big meals on Tuesdays. But yeah, I picked up me a nice red snapper, man, and I steamed that down with some pepper. And it was great. Big up to NEMS FC. Big up to you. And I finally made it through all the comments. And I went over an hour, but it's all right. It's all right, people. It's physical therapy time. It's time to go in and do some therapy. But yeah, make sure you're tuned into Latvian Guna later. I might. I'm not sure yet, based on the battle rhythm at work. And they might be able to jump on with the Latvian Gunner, but big up to every single one of you. Storm says Arteta needs to go and take his Chelsea rejects and cult followers with him. It'll be a party. Can you imagine the day when he gets sacked? Either he wins or he gets sacked. There will be a massive grand old party over here at BBK Sports. So big up to Storm, big up to Boy 10, big up to Dr. Seymour Butler, Guna, Red Road, Waffle Don, Latvian Guna, Godfrey, LFC Monster, every single one of you assembled that logged in today and checked in on BBK Sports, man. Big up to Kwaja as well. Like I always say, people, we're going to do my therapy. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.